In Ontario, a worrying trend is picking up speed. Foreclosure-style listings have surged as homeowners are struggling to pay their mortgages, and it's a clear sign of intense financial strain. Meanwhile, here in British Columbia, the story is a bit different. Our foreclosure numbers are not spiking, they remain low and stable, but here's the point. The economic pressure causing the spikes in Ontario, high interest rates, massive mortgages, renewal waves, and rising cost of living, are the exact same pressures building up right here in BC. This video isn't to make anyone panic, it's a video about preparation. What's happening in Ontario isn't a promise of what could happen here, but it is a preview of what's possible, and it's a preview we need to pay attention to. For everyone in BC, whether you own or are looking to buy or are currently renting, this is a moment of opportunity. The low numbers give us a window to prepare, not a reason to panic. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly what's happening in Ontario, compare it to BC's landscape, and give you a clear step-by-step playbook to make sure you are in the strongest position possible for the years ahead. So let's look at the facts. In Ontario, they have a process called power of sale, when homeowners fall behind on their payments. In the Greater Toronto Area, these listings have seen a significant increase. For instance, one report is outlining numbers of 100% increases in power of sale listings in the GTA area. That's a number that represents real families facing real financial strain and distress, missed payments that escalate to legal action from lenders. And it's important to understand that foreclosures and power of sales are what's called a lagging indicator. The financial stress, the tough conversations at the dinner table, and missed payments all start long before the home is ever listed for sale. This isn't just a statistic, it's a real-world example of what happens when a market is squeezed by higher borrowing costs. It establishes a clear picture of consequences of financial strain. So why aren't we seeing sensational headlines like this here in BC? The main reason is that our process is a little bit different. While power of sale does exist in BC, it's rarely used. Instead, we primarily go through the court-supervised system of court-ordered sales. The key takeaway is that we remain at a very low level of mortgage delinquencies and distressed sales. There isn't a broad spike, according to the latest data from CMHC. The 90-plus day mortgage delinquency rate in BC rose from around 0.16 in Q2 of 2024 to 0.19 in Q2 of 2025. While this is historically low, it is technically moving in the wrong direction. In metro areas like Fraser Valley or the Greater Vancouver area, you will see a steady stream of court-ordered listings, but the scale and growth do not yet mirror what we're seeing in places like Ontario. So here's the message to everyone in BC. We are not in a full-blown crisis mode, but the pressure is quickly building. We need to watch these trends, prepare for financial shock, and make sure we remain in a strong financial position. And here's a question that I'm sure a lot of you are wondering. Why is this important? If our numbers are so low in BC, why should someone in Burnaby or Kelowna care about Ontario's market? Well, because Ontario may be experiencing the impact of this financial storm earlier, not instead of BC. There are a few reasons for this. Ontario has a larger population and a greater volume of mortgages, so trends often show up there first. There's more homeowners, therefore there's more renewals, there's more variable rates that have gone up, all these different things. But the storm itself is national. We all share the same kind of risk factors. The Bank of Canada hiked rates, historically high household debt levels, falling personal savings and personal savings rates, and price softening in certain regions, which puts some homeowners at risk of having their mortgage be underwater. Think of it this way. Ontario is a few chapters ahead in the same book that we're all reading. Their experience gives us a valuable look at what could be coming to us in BC and other areas of Canada. The biggest financial challenge on the horizon for British Columbians is navigating higher interest rate environments. Whether you're renewing a mortgage or hoping to buy your first home, or even trying to manage rent while saving, the payment shock of renewing homeowners could be significant, especially since the average mortgage size in BC is larger. When you combine that with our high cost of living, you realize that many families' budgets have very little room to absorb sudden higher increases in their mortgage payments. And this is why we really need to pivot from the problem to the playbook. BC's lower foreclosure numbers aren't a reason to just relax. They're a window of opportunity to prepare. The worst thing you can do is just simply ignore the changing landscape, so let's get proactive. Here's a simple 5-step strategy you can act on to build financial resilience so that if the worst happens, you're prepared. Step 1, master your credit and your debt. Your credit score is basically a financial report card. For homeowners, a higher credit score can get you better rates at renewal. For aspiring buyers, it's one of the key factors that gets you into being approved for a mortgage. Start by reducing high-interest debts like credit cards. This improves your credit score and frees up cash flow. It's a win-win no matter your situation. And keep in mind that if you do have a credit card and you carry a balance of 30% of your limit, so let's say a $300 balance on a $1,000 credit card, that negatively impacts your score. So really keep an eye on those balances. Step 2, know your numbers cold. This means something different for everyone. If you're a homeowner, find your mortgage balance, maturity date, and prepayment penalty. If you're a renter or a first-time buyer, it means knowing your exact income, your monthly savings rate, and your total debt obligations. This is the foundation of any financial plan. Step 3, stress test your budget for tomorrow's costs. Don't wait for financial shock. Use an online calculator. If you're renewing, plug in the rate of 5.5% or 5% and see how that new payment fits. If you're looking to buy, can you afford that dream home with today's rates, plus property taxes and utilities and additional costs? If you're renting, could you still save if your rent was to increase by, let's say, 2, 5, or 10%? Answering these questions gives you time to adjust and prepare and really gives you a clear understanding of your cash flow. All right, if you're finding this playbook valuable, please take that second to hit that like and subscribe button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that more people in BC need more information like this. So thank you for that. And now let's get into those final 2 steps to put you back in control. Step 4, build your financial team early. Don't wait for a deadline to seek advice. If your mortgage is maturing, engage with a mortgage broker 6 to 12 months out, not 2. If you're hoping to buy, talk to a professional now to create a roadmap. Even as a renter, a conversation with a financial advisor can help you optimize your savings strategy. Being early puts you in the driver's seat and allows you to take control and can put you ahead when you're looking at buying a house or refinancing or renewing. And finally, step number 5, never, ever accept the first offer. This is crucial for anyone dealing with a lender or a bank directly. If you're renewing, your bank's first offer usually isn't the best. If you're buying, don't just go to your bank to get a pre-approval. Let a broker shop the market for you. Competition is your single biggest advantage. Making lenders compete for your business can save you thousands. It's no longer optional to have someone support you with this. It's essential. Okay, let's land the plane here. The foreclosure spike in Ontario shows us what could happen when rising rates and financial shock hits a market. British Columbia isn't there, but BC isn't immune to it. The key takeaway from this, our low numbers have given us an advantage, and that's the gift of time. This is a window for everyone to prepare, not a moment to panic or to relax. Whether you own, rent, or plan to buy, being early, informed, and proactive is how you turn anxiety into action and action into profit? Success? I don't know. Can't think of a word for that one. But nevertheless, the next 2 years will be challenging, but they are absolutely manageable if you start now and prepare for them. You can build financial security by mastering your credit, knowing your numbers, and stress testing your budget using professional advice and competition to your advantage. Protect your financial future. If this playbook was helpful, please hit that subscribe button for more updates on BC housing market, mortgage-related topics, and wealth building in general. And I do want to hear from you. What's your biggest question about the road ahead when it comes to the economy or to mortgages? Drop your comments down below, and let's have that conversation. We'll catch you on the next one.